This thing on? Oh, hey, what's up, guys? It's Jamie G here again. I want to say a massive thanks for joining me in today's video. That was a joke, by the way. Did that on purpose. Look, the reason I'm here today is I'm going to discuss LinkedIn and how you can use it to be a lead generation machine. So, if you are new to my channel, first of all, welcome. And if you like my stuff, if you like this kind of weird way I've got of presenting, then feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay up to date with everything I'm going to be putting out, which is basically affiliate marketing, internet marketing, everything digital and stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the inside. Let's get into it. Hey, sorry guys, I wasn't aware that we're recording already. Normally gives me a bit of a countdown timer. Jamie G, once again, thank you very much for joining me in today's video. And today what I'm going to be going through is LinkedIn. Hopefully you've got an account with LinkedIn already. If not, I do suggest you sign up for one. Just jump onto LinkedIn.com to do so. I'm not going to take you through that. It's pretty straightforward. But just a little bit of background on why I think this is an awesome and completely underutilized platform is just going back to when I first started my business. I run Facebook ads for a number of companies in a range of different industries. I've been doing that for quite some time. But when I first got started on this journey, I already had run Facebook ads for a number of years, actually, for my own e-commerce stores and different affiliate products that I was promoting and various things like that. So I already had a fairly strong understanding. I remember I was working for this education company at the time, and one of their marketing departments said, "Oh yeah, we're paying $120 per lead to this company." And I thought, "What, $120? I could do that for half that price, probably less than half that price. That's amazing." And so therefore the leads at $120 each were treated like absolute gold, as you can imagine. So, but like I say, because of my experience, I was pretty confident I could do something pretty similar for maybe even a couple of dollars per lead, to be honest. And I hadn't tried it. I just sort of pretty confident I could make it work. And that's basically what sparked my entire business, is that idea. Like, I think I can do better than that. Or if not better, I could at least beat them on price anyway. So I wanted to start my business, wanted to kind of get my name out there. I did two things, basically. I set up my website, went through that whole process, tried to work out as many systems on the back end as I possibly could, so that way when it gets to that point, I can just automate a whole bunch of stuff and outsource the rest. And that way it would allow me to focus on growing the business. But anyway, basically, in order to get my name out there and all that sort of stuff, website was number one. Then the next thing I did was jump on Facebook. And I pretty much just said on Facebook, "Hey guys, I just started this business. It's about to take off, and I'm looking for people that I can help out. I just need a few testimonials to get a bit of social proof. Is anyone willing to allow me to help them advertise their business? You don't have to pay me anything, just cover marketing costs, and we'll go from there. Just need a testimonial." And I got inundated with inquiries, and from people, friends of friends of friends were getting tagged in my post, and it was just crazy. So it blew up. And within a couple of days, I'd already onboarded, I think it was like 8 people, 8 different clients or clients. And I must admit, I didn't really do a great job at converting a lot of those people into actual full-time clients, but there was 2 out of that that ended up paying as a result of that. So that worked. I went from 8 that I was kind of doing practice runs on, and I worked really hard at that, and then ended up getting 2 paid. So it wasn't too bad. After all that, I think. But the other place that I do, and even now I still get quite a consistent flow of leads, is obviously LinkedIn. And all I did was I wanted to make sure that I was being presented as a thought leader in my field. And what I did was I completely discarded my former LinkedIn network account. And it's still there, it still exists. But the reason being is that my former one, I actually framed it completely framed it for the finance career that I'd had previously, which was working in things like derivatives and options and all that sort of stuff. The financial markets, basically, that's my former career path. And so therefore my LinkedIn profile positioned me as a bit of an expert in that. And so therefore I'd get recruiters contact me, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I wanted to repeat that process with my new business as well. So, sorry, I know I'm rambling a little bit, but there's a point to my story. All I did was I created a new LinkedIn profile. I put up some information about me, what I was offering. I tried to create a bit of content around that. I've tried to make some of my posts somewhat relevant to what I'm doing and what I'm kind of preaching about. And as a result, I do get inbound leads quite consistently. I'm not going to say every day, but I'm going to say at least 1 or 2 a week. Get a phone call or a random message or something like that, or saying, "Hey, can you help me out?" Things like that. So anyway, that's that. But all I did, like I say, is I just completely reframed this. I just went onto Canva.com, created a bit of a background. That's a photo. If you've sort of connected with me before, that's one I tend to use quite often. It was at I was best man at a mate's wedding, so it's probably the closest I've got to a professional looking photo, because I don't really own a suit anymore. I work from home most of the days. I don't really wear anything other than t-shirt and shorts. So yeah, lifestyle's kind of changed a little bit. And also, it's just a pleasant photo. It's not my best photo necessarily, but it's just one that I like. So that's all I used. And I guess the point being is that you don't necessarily need one that's like the big kind of professional photos, although they do work. I won't deny that. You can just use whatever you're comfortable with, but as long as it shows your face, and ideally you're looking at the camera, which I'm clearly not in this photo, but yeah, take my advice, don't do as I do, okay? Anyway, nice photo, backdrop with showing a bit of information about what you're actually trying to achieve. And then I just wrote something up about me and what I'm doing. Do you think you could be doing more with your marketing? It triggers a bit of a response. Oh, yeah, maybe. And then I just say, look, get in touch and I can help out. It's not saying, hey, I can definitely help everyone out. It's just a very kind of casual approach, like get in touch if you want, whatever, who cares? And that way I'm not really pressuring anyone anyway. I'd never believe that works. And then just going down here, a couple of things. So I'll expand that and I'll put a write-up. It's just basically explaining what I do, what I'm about. I've left my number in there as well. And then I've got basically given a free strategy session just to go through and generate, see how we would actually generate leads for your business and more customers. And I've attached a testimonial from one of my clients. And then you can just have a look at the dashboard there. And obviously, like I say, 42 people have viewed that over the last 30 days, I think it is, 325 post views. So I put up things that are working really well for my clients. So, for example, I had a 10 relevant score on one of the ads I ran recently. So, if you're unfamiliar with that on Facebook, by the way, 1 is not very relevant to the audience. Not an ad that's not overly relevant to the audience you're showing it to, versus 10, which is like the most relevant ad you could possibly show to them. And that particular one had I think it was a 9.56% click-through rate, which is amazingly high as well. So super amazing results. So hence why I was quite happy to put that up as part of my post. And people have seen that, they've commented, liked, and all that sort of stuff as well. And also I've appeared 42 times in different searches as well. So people are obviously looking for lead generation and whatever keywords I've got as part of my profile they're looking for. The other thing is, when I did set up this thing, I made sure I made it look professional. I made sure that there was a good write-up, not just, hey, I help with businesses growing, so you should get in contact. I made it kind of not punchy, but just sort of like, I don't know, and you read it if you want to connect with me, that is, just have a look at Jamie Gardner, lead generation specialist. Education, look, to be perfectly honest, I've done a lot of education, but they're all tiny little courses and different regulatory requirements when I was working in finance. But I've never been to university. I went to a polytechnic when I was younger as well, did mechanical engineering, not really relevant to lead generation. So I just put, for that one, I put Udemy, because I've done a few courses on Udemy as well. I've also gone on to write a couple of articles, as you can see there. And I mean, it just shows, again, that you're a bit of a leader in your field. Nothing, you don't have to do that. It's just something I probably would recommend, because like I say, it's all about positioning. So if you're able to provide quality content to people, then it does help with that. Work-wise, you're going to put that in there. I did also put some of my history with finance there as well, just because I guess IG Markets is an incredibly large company now, and I guess people know, well, if they do know finance and know the financial markets, they will probably be aware of IG. Therefore, it gives some sort of credibility. That's what I was aiming for, at least anyway. And obviously, got a whole bunch of not endorphins. What do you call it? Endorsements. Endorphins are the happy stuff, aren't they? Anyway, a whole lot of endorsements along the way, and basically with I guess people that endorse me, I endorse them back, and vice versa. So that way, people endorse me for something, and I've got heaps of them in here. People just randomly endorse me for all sorts of stuff. Some of them are contacts, some of them just have no idea. So it's kind of cool. So again, other recommendations and whatnot from clients and various things. So the idea is to I'll try and fill your profile up as much as you can with quality information. If you've got testimonials, put them on there. If you don't have testimonials, even if you're helping a friend out, it doesn't matter. Just find someone where they can go, John Smith is great at X, blah, 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 whatever you're trying to achieve. So if it's internet marketing or affiliate marketing, even if you're brand new, you're still this much ahead of the guy that's only just learning. So even if you've only read one article, and I'm not saying embellish the truth or anything like that, I'm saying be upfront, but what I am saying is even if you've only read one article and you have a full understanding of the article about affiliate marketing, you're still well ahead of that guy that's just starting way down here. Yeah, so therefore you can position yourself not being an expert, but slightly ahead of the curve than someone who's just starting out. So there you go, something to take from that. And again, like I say, the testimonial could quite simply be you take someone that knows nothing about a subject and you ask them, you tell them something about it, and they say, John Smith is quite proficient at this, blah, blah. I was able to learn a lot from catching up with them, something like that. Again, like I say, integrity is everything in this game. I'm not saying lie. I'm not saying go and plagiarize other things either, by the way. It's all about being authentic, but you can still do that in a way that makes you look like you know what you're talking about, which hopefully you do. All right, so that's it. You take care of the profile. That's number one. The other thing that I did as well is, as you can see there, over 500 connections. So I went crazy and I didn't spam people. I just connected with people to start with that I thought would be really relevant. So other digital marketers, other people that clearly had lead generation as part of their overall offering, things like that. Not because I'm trying to steal their clients or anything like that. It's just basically if you're linking in together as part of, I guess, a like-minded community, it just really helps bolster your chances of connecting with someone that might actually need your experience or your expertise. Yeah. So that was that. And like I say, I guess for me now, I probably average, I don't know, maybe one or two a week of inbound leads, purely based on the fact that I've got this LinkedIn profile sitting there. I do not do anything with it other than add a couple of posts every now and then. I probably should be a little bit more active on it. But even just positioning myself like that, it means instead of me having to chase people, I now get people that come to me, which is awesome. So how do you use that as part of your own marketing strategy, I hear you may ask? Well, I'm just going to have a look at something and I'll see you in a minute. Alrighty, so I've just popped up here to messages, okay, and all I'm going to do now is once you start connecting with people, it will take a little bit of manual labor, but don't be afraid of a little bit of hard work. The rewards really are there, okay? So like I say, nowadays I get inbound inquiries. I don't really need to do much in terms of outbound stuff at all, but when you're first growing your brand and first growing your networks, your connections, all that sort of stuff, essentially outbound is everything, right? So you start getting the status together by positioning your don't even think anymore. Late in the day here, okay? You position yourself as an expert in your field, or at least someone who kind of knows what they're talking about. And then when you start connecting with relevant people, you start messaging them, and it's nothing crazy. It's just, hey, great to connect. Let's keep in touch. Hey, I noticed you do this, blah, blah, blah. Let me know if I can help with anything. Hey, I saw that you're involved in digital marketing. What branch are you involved in? And all you try to do is just spark up a conversation. A whole bunch of people won't bother responding at all. I get that. It's all about just being out there. And then every now and then you'll start developing a conversation with someone who's really interested in what you're doing. And if you're referring back to affiliate marketing, then I guess the relevance of that is that you can then start saying, hey, well, I learned this software, or hey, I've got this blah, blah, which can help your business. So think things like Builderall or ClickFunnels, things like that. Just, let them know, this is a way that you can develop a sales funnel, or let me know if I can help with anything. You start sending them affiliate links on the down low like that. And again, it's about helping people. It's not about spamming them at all. But if they do connect with you, you're more than welcome just to say, g'day, how you doing? And see what comes out of the conversation. Like I say, you really don't want to come from that place of desperation, which a lot of people do, and I've seen it a million times, where like, oh, hey, great to connect. If you need SEO services, you should let me know, and I can help. Or hey, great to connect. By the way, here's a link to thing. Blah blah blah. The conversation unfolds. The person may have no interest. You just got to kind of feel it out, basically, and be polite, be upfront. Like, hey, I'm learning about this cool thing. If it's something of interest to you, let me know, and leave it at that. But anyway, the whole point of this being is that you can position yourself as an expert, and this is just one way that you can make use of LinkedIn to generate leads for your business. So whether you've got your own existing business or you're looking at things like affiliate marketing, I probably wouldn't push this side too much, the whole affiliate marketing thing, although I'm sure it can work for some of the higher ticket things. But in reality, I guess it's more for developing leads for your own business, just using this method. Okay, so hopefully you got something out of that. Hopefully that all made sense. I know I've sort of rambled on a lot, which is something I do tend to do on these things. But if you do have any questions, obviously just leave them in the comments below. Happy to help out. Great to connect. Once again, my name is Jamie G, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.